Why don't spoiled kids listen? Now, I could make an hour-long video on this, but I'll just keep it simple. So, I have three main points as to why spoiled kids don't listen. Now, the first one and the most obvious one is lack of discipline. Like, you haven't fucking disciplined your kid, or the kid hasn't been disciplined enough to understand that they have to do certain things in order to get certain things. Like, if you don't discipline the kid, then there's no consequence for anything that they do. They could talk back to their parent, they could cuss their parent out, they can be like, hey, fuck you, parent, I'm gonna go party and not listen to you, and I'm gonna come home drunk even though I'm not even old enough to freaking buy alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so lack of discipline. If there's no consequence for your actions, you're going to perform the action always because you're just going to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? That's the first thing. That's like the first and most obvious reason as to why spoiled kids don't listen: lack of discipline. Now, another thing, spoiled kids don't listen because they're rewarded for doing nothing. You know, hence spoiled kids. You're spoiled. The kid doesn't do anything. They just get things. And I'm tired of fucking hearing people like, "Oh, I want to give the kid I want to give my kid a life I've never had." And it's like, okay, well, you're just gonna spoil him. I'm gonna spoil my kid. It's like, yeah, you don't teach them any fucking morals. You just rewarding them for doing nothing. Like, oh, I breathed today. I get a new fucking PlayStation. Yes, I'm just gonna breathe whenever I want something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're rewarding them for nothing. Like, that's why they're fucking spoiled. So they don't even understand why it matters to do anything, to receive anything. They just kind of exist and they get these things, and then there's no value in the things that you got them because there was no fucking more. There was no like achievement. They didn't have to work for it. So, first thing, lack of discipline. Second thing is you're rewarding your kids for fucking doing nothing. And I don't want to say anyone. I'm just talking about like spoiled kids in general. I'm not trying to say like, oh, you're a bad parent because you spoil your kid. Like, nah, that's not what it's about. It's just about understanding why the fuck don't spoiled kids fucking listen. Like, they're lacking in life. Why? Like, why don't spoiled kids listen? Now, the third thing, which kind of ties into the last one, is they never had to earn anything through moral action. So, like, they never had to do a good thing to get rewarded for it. Like, if your kid or if someone doesn't have to perform morals or do right things to achieve things, they're never going to do it. Like, they never had practice learning why it matters to do good things. Like, you have to practice being good. You have to practice having morals. You're not just going to learn it. Spoiling your kid doesn't have them escape from a terrible life. It actually increases it, and it's a bad life in a way that you don't even understand. Not to say every spoiled kid is going to have a bad life, but a lot of spoiled kids don't respect their parents because their parents never demanded respect. A lot of spoiled kids are hella entitled because they were raised in a household or an environment that allowed them to just demand what they want and get it. So spoiled kids are lacking the practice of performing morals in order to achieve life benefits. So when they go out into the real world, they're not going to know what to do. They're like, why isn't everyone just giving me everything? Well, I'm so fucking entitled. I don't understand why this person isn't fucking automatically bowing down to my every whim. That's when you get those people that are inside the fucking food store yelling like, oh, I said no mayonnaise. I can't believe that you put mayonnaise on my fucking sandwich accidentally. I can't believe that you're an actual human that makes mistakes. What the fuck? You're supposed to be perfect for my entitled ass because I'm spoiled and I don't never had to fucking practice any fucking morals. Make me a new sandwich and I want it for free. What? You're not going to listen to me? I'll call the police. My dad is a lawyer. Do you know who I am? I'm this. Even though you don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? You just get entitled ass spoiled people. Like, yeah, so there's a gap missing. You know, it's like, why are they so immoral or why are they so immature? Well, they never had to be mature to fucking achieve anything. So it's just like, how are they gonna know if they never were put in the circumstance and that required them to be that way in order to achieve something? Then they don't know. Like they don't have the fucking like experience. You know what I mean? So why the fuck are spoiled kids so fucking incompetent? Because lack of fucking discipline, and you're rewarding them for fucking doing nothing, and they never had to fucking earn anything through moral action. Like they were just fucking given shit. I can't say this for every spoiled kid, you know, I can't say anything for every person ever, but you know, it makes sense. Like they just expect things, and it's not even that they expect things, it's just normalized for them. Like it's just normal for spoiled kids to fucking get shit or to not have to work for anything. Like, you know, like if you have a kid, you can't just assume their life path and be like, well, I'm gonna just do this, and I'm just so guilty of a parent that I'm not gonna discipline them. It's like, nah, that's when you get a fucking kid that talks back to you and fucking entitled and doesn't fulfill their dreams, and they're hella depressed and they're just taking out on you, and then you're all sad. Like, nah, yeah. So yeah, spoiled kids are entitled as hell, and they don't fucking listen because they never were required to listen. So why? What makes you think they're just gonna do it now? You know what I mean? This something that they've never practiced and they don't even know is necessary is not gonna be done by them for no reason.